Okay, hey, wrong one. All right, hello everyone. This is Lee Fuller, aka the Photo Helper, and today I want to jump on and do a lunch and learn. Okay, so I want to talk about the 9-part email sequence that you can use for new leads if you're trying to educate, entertain, and cash in. Okay, so again, my name is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper, and while we are sharing some stuff out, if you are not listening to Funnel Helper Radio, you should be. So make sure you are a subscriber to Funnel Helper Radio. Today is what I like to call Funnel Helper Live. And on this one, we're going to be, I'm checking my Facebooks to make sure I'm live on the books. But what we're going to be talking about is a 9-part email sequence that you want to use once you've captured leads in order to educate, entertain, and sell something. Okay? Everybody knows we should be generating leads. And as you're generating leads, you want to follow up with them and sell some things. So I'm checking now to make sure. Am I live? Am I live? Am I live on the books? Either way, I'm going to go ahead and start the recording. Let's see. Let's check one more thing. Where am I? Where am I? Hello. I need to see if I'm live. If I'm live in the chat, say, hey, Lee, I can see you. Lee, I can hear you. If you're watching this on a replay, say hashtag replay. So, and then I'll go back and be able to catch up with some of you on the replay. But it looks like we are moving. Looks like we are shaking. Let me go to the books one more time just to make sure everything is rocking and rolling. And I see me. Hopefully you see me. And we're going to keep going. All right. So what I want to do is jump over to my whiteboard here. And we're going to teach some stuff. This is a Funnel Helper Live. So we are going to teach something. You're going to learn something. Hopefully that will increase your business. I think I can put my little... You might be like, who am I? Ah, fancy. Right, this is Lee Fuller, a.k.a. the Funnel Helper. I'm having a good time. Technology is great when it works. So when it is working, I like to enjoy myself. All right, so let's jump over to the whiteboard. And so that's me. This is who I am. I can take that down. And all right, let's do this. So... we are talking about the 9-part email sequence. This needs to be a part of your follow-up sequence, and we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump right into it because during your lunch hour, I want you to learn something and show you how to make some money. Is that okay? Is that okay? I hope that's all right. All right. So the first one. 9 parts. So on your sheet of paper, you're going to write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure you're taking notes. I'm going to speak fast, but I'm also going to slow down. You like that? So sometimes we'll be going real fast, but I might lean into a point a little bit to make sure you understand it. All right, so here we go. Just double checking one more thingamajiggy here. And I like to use the term thingamajiggy. That's a technical term. So the first email, when a person opts in, well, let me say this. In your business, you want 2 types of follow-up, right? There's campaign follow-up and there's consistent follow-up, right? So your campaign follow-up sequence is they've initiated something, they've done something with triggers a campaign, and because they've opted in, they will get a sequence, right? Another campaign type follow-up is a person goes to your landing page, they decide not to buy. There's this 3-part cart abandonment sequence. You know what? I might cover that on another episode. So make sure you're if you're not in the Funnel Helper community group, make sure you jump in there. If you're not following the page, go ahead and follow the page so you don't miss it. But today we're talking about the 9-part email sequence follow-up, so you can build authority and cash out. When a person opts in, it's going to kick off this campaign-related email. right? The first email needs to, well, obviously, hey, congratulations on the thank you page. Hey, you're make sure you check your inbox, blah 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 blah. Right? Congratulations, you signed up. But the first email is a gain email. Gain email. Tony Robbins talks about the two motivators, right? There are two motivators that people have. One is, what can I gain? So it's the pleasure side of us. And the other one is pain. What am I running away from? Okay. So if you really want people to move, right? Highlight, hey, here are the aspirational. Hey, would you like to retire, or like to have a certain bank account, or a successful business, or a new house, or a healthy pet, whatever, right? So you want your gain related email to be the first one, because you want to tell people, hey, hey, if your life sucks, you need this. Okay, not the best copy, but it's an awesome strategy, right? So the gain email is your first one. And what I want you to do is I want you to start thinking about, 3 to 5 things that your customer will gain from your product or service, right? The reason people buy stuff is because they want to change. They want to gain something. They want to improve in an area, something they don't normally have. They don't already have, right? So you're going to want to have about 3 or 5 points, right? About, hey, when you have, so let's say for an email follow-up sequence, right? Let's say you hire a funnel helper, and I say, you know what? You'll be able to follow up consistently. You'll be able to generate sales while you're sleeping. You'll be able to turn strangers into friends just by having a follow-up email sequence. See, these are positive things. These are benefits. So in your first email, you want to tell them about the benefits, right? Tell them about the glory. Yeah, how amazing things will be when they have their new house, or how amazing things are going to be. So you're going to start out with a gain email. Hey, congratulations. You know what? You're well on your way to being a successful business. You're well on your way to being I saw this ad for becoming a singer, right? You're well on your way to being a recording artist, right? Give them the dream, right? The gain is also the dream email. The next email is, now, you also want to give them the logic email, okay? Logic, okay? When you sell stuff, you want to motivate them. Hey, here's the dream. Live the life of your dreams. And some people, that's going to push them off the fence. Some people are going to be like, oh man, you know what? I need the dream life, right? I want to be sitting in my backyard, right on my deck, doing my internet lifestyle, right? The next email is a logic email. The logic email teaches you about, so now we got them all worked up. Now there may be a little hesitation. So it has to make sense, right? So the gain email talks about 3 to 5 points. The logic email is sense. All right? It has to make sense to them. Okay, so Lee, what are some things about your business that makes you the logical choice? Okay, what are some things about your product or service that will make you the logical choice? So it's very important that you not only have just the logic, but you also sell the dream. So we were looking to buy a car, and old car stopped working, blew the head gasket, whatever, upset. And I said, it's about time to get a car anyway. So first thing we did is we looked to see, hey, what is safety rated vehicles? These were logical, right? What is a safety rated vehicle? So we went and found that the safest vehicle, right, was, what was it? It was like a Subaru Forester or something like that. And I don't know if you know my style, but a Subaru, great cars, highly rated, blah, 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 but it didn't seem to fit my lifestyle, right? So you can't just only have logic. You want to make sure you have a gain email too, but We also started looking to see, okay, Subaru wasn't my thing, but what other things were in that category that also had a high safety rating, right? So we looked at it, and we one of the other cars that we found that had a high safety rating is one we actually end up using, right? So um, in your second email sequence, you want to give a couple logical closes. Logical closes are, hey, you know what? They're around safety, right? Stability. So this is why, um, who was it? Amazon talks about, hey, we've serviced over a billion people served, right? It shows safety. Hey, you can trust us. Our food's not going to kill you, right? Um, in your business, name 3 ways that you can logically close someone. Why does this make good sense? I like to tell people common sense, right? Hey, you're pretty busy. Because you're so busy, it's great for you to have an automated process so that when you get busy and can't send the email out, it's automated and you're still following up with clients, right? So if you need that type of help, funnel helpers, holla at your boy. All right, so first email is a gain email. Second email, you're going to hit them with logic. Now the next email is the fear email, right? Okay. So in the fear email, remember we talked about people are motivated by running towards something or running from something. I think some people started a business because they were running from something, right? Hey, ain't got no money. We got to run from it. Hey, and a lot of business owners, the reason we do the prospecting, real reason we're building the leads, etc., is because we have to make sure, that bear is chasing us, right? You're trying to get as far away from debt, as far away from whatever, right? Talk about it in your email. What are the fears that your customer or client is having? Okay. The other side of fear, right? So I call it, there's 2 I like to use. One is when you're talking about fear, so there is FOMO, right? The fear of missing out, which means, hey, you know what? This deal is going away. This deal, or this pricing, or this opportunity is going to be closing, right? So you have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. The other fear I like to talk about is what I call fear of, wait, okay, it's not as popular as FOMO, but it's FOSTS, right? FOSTS. And that is the fear of staying the same, okay? So you may say, Lee, my product or service isn't going to expire. I'm not taking away my offer, in 3 days, right? So you want to lead with the fear of staying the same. What would happen to your customer or client if they don't change, right? If the current path that they're on is not changed or is not adjusted or improved, you could be out of business, right? If your existing process or existing situation doesn't change, right, then you will be divorced, or you will be you will continue to live in the cramped conditions in your existing house, right? Things don't get better by themselves. My pastor friend says, if you want something different, you got to do something different, right? So tell them about the fear of staying the same. This right here is money in your pocket, right? So first email, gain. Second email, about logic. Hey, this is why logically this product or service is the best thing going. Next is fear. Hey, need to act now because this may go away or this isn't promised, right? Tomorrow's not promised, young people. Accept it now. Tomorrow's not promised, right? Fear. And then the fear of staying the same. Hey, your situation is not getting better. Del Toro says, you're already at your highest level of thinking, right? you your results are at your highest level of thinking. In other words, if you don't change, it's going to get worse. It's not going to improve, right? So the fourth email, again, this is the email sequence that's kicked off when you got leads in your campaign. The fourth email, now this is where I like to put social or stats. All right. And you know what? If you have not, I did a worksheet on this. I'm going through my worksheet now. But if you would like for me to send you all 9 in a worksheet format, then under this video or, yeah, in the comment section, say, hey, Lee, can you send me the worksheet? Can you send me this document so I can go through it? And I'll say, sure, of course I can, right? So if you want to request a 9-part email sequence so you can review it a little later, then in the comments below or send me a Facebook message or something and say, hey, you know what? Can you send that to me? And me or a team member will make sure to get that over to you, all right? So number 4 is social or statistics, right? In your business, there are some skill sets, or there are some stats, or social cues or social norms that you can highlight. Okay, so in the business that everybody knows, hey, well, actually more than half of businesses go out of business, right? Small businesses, if you don't, what is it like? A certain percentage fail in their first year, a certain percentage the second year, very few make it 5 years, very few make it 10 years, right? So know the statistics about your industry. I know in my industry, the email opt-in rates are closing. That's why I think you should have a sequence, because not everybody reads every email, okay? For those of you that are sending one, oh, you got a 2-part email sequence, or you got just a 3-part email sequence, the reason I'm recommending 9 is because I know statistically that out of the 3, right? Out of the 9, a person may read 1 or 2, right? 3 or 4, maybe. So if you have a 3-part email sequence and I have a 9-part email sequence, I have a better chance of someone opening the emails and acting on it because I'm hitting different pain points, okay? So in that second email, what are some stats about your business, right? If you're in real estate, what are some stats about homeowners, right? And why you need help versus, selling by yourself. Hey, if you're a speaker, what are the stats about how many outreaches it'll take before you can book a deal, right? Educate them, teach them a little something in this email, okay? Provide content and statistics and social elements, or social wisdom is a good place to a good thing to include in your email. See, some of you thought writing emails and different things were hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. Once you have the framework, you just say, you know what? Now let me find a statistic or a social story that I can share, right? Number 5. Number 5 is an educational one, right? Listen. Educational email. Okay. One of the reasons they may not be buying from you is you may not be positioned as an expert yet. And if you're not positioned as an expert yet, a person may. Good stuff. Thank you. Actually, Alana, you're going to be one of my examples. Actually, you're my example for this point. So you have to teach them something, give them an aha moment. I'm glad Dr. Alana chimed up, because we were working on a campaign with Dr. Alana. And it's funny. As I was reading some of this stuff, it made me adjust how I talk. Okay? In Dr. Alana's follow-up sequence, if you're not in her sequence, you need to reach out to her and find out how to get her welcome sequence, because she talks about this concept of mirror neurons, right? I don't want to butcher it, but a part of our learning system is we will repeat, or we learn things by watching it, right? So when I read that, I had an aha moment about how my children respond to me, how I'm responding to others. I'm teaching people, and people are learning from me their behavior. And I'm like, wow, I had an aha moment. And when you have an aha moment in your educational sequence, that positions you as an expert. And you want to position yourselves in your email campaigns as an expert. So, number 5, what's something you can teach them? Okay, what's something you can teach them and they say, wow, you know what? I wasn't sure if I wanted to order this product or service, but I see that this person really is an expert. They know their stuff. They taught me something. So that's expert positioning. You want to include that in your follow-up sequence. The next thing, number 6, is a testimonial. Testimonial. Listen, there was a man by the name of Jesus who said, "If I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It's my Father that honors me." What does that mean? You're supposed to say you're awesome, right? I think I'm awesome. You know, I do. But what's really awesome is when someone else says you're good. When someone else says you're awesome, right? So what's going to motivate and what's going to help your products, what's going to help your students is when somebody else says you're pretty good, right? When somebody else says you're awesome. So in your email sequence, you want to highlight where somebody else says, you know what? That person there or that product really changed my life. We're doing this campaign now with a client, and we just sent out an educational piece, a little preview to show, hey, he has expert status, right? So that's the educational piece. One of the next emails in the campaign is a testimonial telling others how not only can you see that he's an expert, other people are saying, hey, I got high value. We also put these on sales pages, right? You want to have that testimonial. It's just strong and it helps. Now, with testimonials, you know what? I recently did a podcast on social proof where I talked about testimonials and the types of testimonials you should be getting. I can't get into it now, but if you're not subscribed and listen to Funnel Helper Radio, what are you doing? I'm dropping gems. Subscribe and go to Funnel Helper Radio. It might be episode 10. It was recent, so it might be 108, 109, where I talk about social proof and the type of testimonials you need to be getting, right? Don't have time to talk about it now, because right now I'm teaching on this. Number 7. Number 7 is, let me see, check my comments, make sure everybody's breathing. Okay, I know, I'm working up here, trying to get this done because I got an appointment with a client coming soon. All right, so number 7 is a price change. Now, I like this. Some clients don't like it, but what you can offer is what's called a price change. And a price change is, hey, I've been telling them about my awesome stuff. Maybe you want to rephrase the offer, okay? So a price change can be some type of coupon, right? A price change can be some type of, coupon or discount. The price change can also be a trial offer, okay? So you may say, hey, Lee, I can't discount my stuff, right? All right, fine, I get it. Well, what you can do is you can say, hey, the price is $49.99, whatever, right? Today, I'm going to give you $1 trial, right? And if you can log in, you can check it out, and I will bill you in 14 days, right? I'll give you 14 days free. Go in, check it out. Let me know what you like. And if you like it, then don't do anything. And in 14 days, I will bill you, the remainder or the balance of it. Another price change offer could be payment plans. Hey, I've been trying to sell this thing to you, and then my price change, now I'm offering you a 3-pay, right? A client of mine, Robert King, we did he sells higher ticket stuff, right? Robert King stuff, it's a couple $1,000 easy. Like everything is a couple $1,000. So if he ever have a discount or something, make sure you jump on that. But one thing we instituted was a 3-pay, right? So normally it's $3,000 all day long, all day long. And then later in the sequence, we added, hey, you know what? I understand right now you may not be in a situation to pay $3,000 right now. So we created a payment plan. So it could be 3-pay, it could be 5-pay, it could be whatever, but offer, because you see what we're doing? We're knocking down the objections. Reasons people don't buy is, hey, they don't see the value, right? Hey, it doesn't make sense. I can wait for it. Um, I don't know enough about it. Hey, I don't think you're an expert. So check. Testimonial. Has anybody else does it? I don't want to be the first idiot to give you money, right? This one is, hey, maybe money is the issue. Listen, this stuff gets deep, bro. You see all the objections we're knocking out? I'm just saying, this is what I do. And if you don't have this type of stuff set up in your business, you need to go to Funnel Helper Radio right now and schedule a call with me and my team so we can get you taken care of. But anyway, 18. So number 8. So we've done the price change. The number 8 email is the price change follow-up, right? The price change follow-up. And what I like to do is, hey, we've made the price change. I want to let them know that, hey, this price change is not going to last forever, right? Hey, this 3-pay or this trial offer or this discount or this launch pricing, however we position it, that's not going to last forever. So we send them a second one to say, hey, you need to act now. You really need to go ahead and do this, okay? And now we've gone through this whole campaign. Now we're getting to email 9. Email 9, what I like to do is the next offer, okay? So we've gone through the process. We've taught them. We've overcome their objections. Then we say, oh, well, I guess that person doesn't want to buy. I guess I have nothing to offer that person. No. What you say is, let's say you were selling shovels, right? So you tell them all about how great your shovels are. You tell them all these shovels are awesome. But you know what? At number 9, you give them the next offer. You say, you know what? I get it. You might not like shovels. Okay? Here is a bulldozer. Right? Here is a bulldozer. Or, hey, here's a list of your neighbors' children. And they can dig the hole for you. What am I saying? Or, hey, you can call us out and we can dig the holes for you. Right? So it could be done for you. So that 9th email, switch the offer. Okay? You don't want to keep, hey, I've sent 35 emails about this one thing. After 9, switch the offer. Okay? They're on your list. Now, what else is something that you can sell them? Right? I've shot my revolver, all 8 rounds. Right? Now I say, okay, how would you like to, so for instance, let's say this is us. Hey, emails are great. You're great. You got to have an email sequence. You got to have an email sequence. Okay, cool. You don't need an email sequence? Hey, how about a strong story framework? Maybe you need copywriting services. Right? So we offer copywriting. Right? Hey, you don't need email services? Hey, maybe you need a webinar funnel, right? You need a webinar funnel, or maybe you need sales scripts, right? Hey, Lee, you're able to get people on the call, but I'm able to get people on the call, but I don't know how to close them. All right, we got you. All right, so we put them through a second funnel, and guess what happens in this funnel? Hey, here's why you need these services. Here is the logic behind, so let's say copywriting. Here is what can happen when you have great copywriting. Here's the logic behind it. Here's why you need to do it now. Here's some of the stats about good copy versus bad copy, yada, 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 and the cycle continues. Was that good? That was good. And now you pretty much have this loop. And one of the things we do for clients is after a while, great, I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. One of the things that we do for clients, some of our longer time clients, is after we go through, then we loop them into another sequence. And then they go through about their speaking program. And then we loop them into another sequence. And then they go through. And you know what happens? You turn these leads that you're gathering at your networking events, you turn these people that you're meeting, in business cards and different things, they turn into customers. May not be the first time they go through the sequence, but that second time, boom. So somebody that came into your system in March, they might not buy until April or May, but you have the sequence that you can repeat over and over and over. If you like a company like mine to create this for you or to help you with this process, make sure you go to Funnel Helper Radio. Hit me in my instant messengers or comment below, reach out to me, and we'll be able to help. All right, this is Lee Fuller. Let me head back. Woo! Woo! I am tired. But I like it. Again, are there any questions? I want to see. I saw some likes, comments. Oh, good stuff. Thank you. Yes, mirror neurons. That's right. I need to set up way to get more testimonials. Okay, we can show you that. All right. This was a little long day, but I wanted to make sure I gave you value. And make sure you're following us. If you're not a part of the Funnel Helper group, I'm going to be going in doing lunch and learns live in there a bit more often because I want to build this community up because I want to help people and I enjoy it when we all rise together. All right. My name is Lee Fuller, a.k.a. the Funnel Helper, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.